Hi everyone, it's Jeannie from Makers Unify, and today I'm going to show you a quick craft for Valentine's Day that you can do. I had purchased the beads that you see here with the red bells on them from Michael's at their 70% off. It was after Christmas sale, and I thought, hey, I can turn these into a Valentine decoration. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to trace some hearts and cut them out. I'm going to go ahead and paint those with my white chalk paint and just hang them on the bells for a quick DIY Valentine garland. So here I'm going to cut these out real quick. Don't you wish you could cut this fast in real life? That would be so nice. Jobs will get done a lot quicker. I think I made about 12 of these. I'm going to put them on every other bell. I didn't want to put them on every bell. I thought it would be just a little bit too much. So I'm going to lay down some of this paper to protect my surface. Although I need to make a new pad underneath that. I made this with some of that corrugated plastic, and I put the self-adhesive, I guess it's like shelf liner paper or something. I bought it off of Amazon. I use it for my backgrounds of my pictures and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tape a piece of paper down to protect my area while I paint the hearts. After they're all dry, I'm going to use some white embroidery floss actually to hang these on the bells, and I want to make each of the strings the same size. So I think I made them about 3 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the string onto the top center of the heart on one end, and then I will adhere it to the bell on with the other end. So I'm using a little skewer to help push down the strings so that I don't burn my fingers. And I'm just going to repeat this process about 12 times. So here I am just gluing on the other part of the heart to the bell so that it will hang nicely. And like I said, I'm going to just do every other bell so that there's not too many hearts in a row. So do you usually decorate for Valentine's Day? I've done a little bit in the past. We do, of course, Christmas. Not so much for New Year's, and I'll leave up a little bit of decorations for winter, and then a little bit for Valentine's Day, and St. Patrick's Day. Usually do a little bit more decorating, as we usually have a party every year for St. Patrick's Day. Since we are Irish, we have to participate, and don't do a whole lot for Easter. It's more like probably a spring, I guess, decorations for spring. So I like to keep just a couple areas in my house with some kind of a decorating theme year round. Of course, Christmas is a lot more. We do a lot of work for Christmas, which I'm sure a lot of people do more Christmas than any other holiday. But if I'm wrong, let me know. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these on every other one, and when I'm all done, I'll show you at the end how I have it hung in my kitchen window. For this next quick DIY Valentine project, I'm going to take this that I picked up. Oh, excuse my hand. I was setting up the camera. I picked this up from Michael's at their 70% off sale after Christmas, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the greenery and paint the whole thing with the chalk paint baking soda mixture to give it kind of a textured look. And then it's going to have a look that I could actually use year round with it. Just decorate it for, like, I'm going to decorate this one a little bit for Valentine's Day, and I can leave it up year round. So I'm going to go ahead and get my chalk paint baking soda mixture together. I decided I'm going to go ahead and put it in an empty jar. I started saving jars for different projects like this, and then I'm going to do some decorating with jars using air dry clay. I'm going to put together a video for that. So for this, you just go ahead and take your paint and put it in a bowl or a jar, and then take a couple of spoonfuls of the baking soda and add that in, and go ahead and mix it up, and that's what you're going to use to paint your projects with. I seem to have lost my spoon, so this is me searching for a spoon, and if you can see, it's right next to me. So anyway, I'm going to take a couple of spoonfuls of the baking soda, and I have it in this container because I actually buy it in bulk for my bath and body business. I make bath bombs with it and shower steamers. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stir this up and get the consistency that I like, and go ahead and paint the house. So I had already removed this greenery from this house, but I just wanted to show on video that just go ahead and take this off and put it aside for next year. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it up with the chalk paint baking soda mixture, and I'm going to paint the base as well as the house. It does have sparkles on it, but they don't really show through once I put a couple of coats of the paint mixture on it. So once I'm done with the bottom part of it, I am going to go ahead and use my blow dryer because I'm impatient and I want it to dry fast. So I go ahead and I believe I put 2 coats on it, on the bottom and on the house itself, to make sure that nothing shows through. So I'm going to go ahead and use these, I guess it's it's not really ribbon, but it's they're beads on a string. So I don't know what you would call that. I honestly don't know if I got this at Michael's. I think I did. So it's like a little garland, and this one is white, so I'm trying to make the house look a little bit more feminine, a little bit softer. So I'm going to wrap this around the bottom of the house. I did have small lights that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I put them in and turned it on, and it's more purple. It's not even pink or red. So I don't really like how that turned out, so I won't turn those on. But I'm going to go ahead and get this off the roll somehow, and go ahead and wrap it around the bottom of the house here and make it look a little bit more feminine. So as you can see here, I'm going to turn the lights on, and they look more purple. And I have other red lights, little red heart lights that I'm going to use, so it's not going to match. So I didn't even take it out of here, but I'll take it off when I pack it up or if I change out my decor. For this next piece, I had picked up this bucket container at Michael's when they had 80% off their fall decor, and I had already spray painted it white. I believe it was orange, so yeah, it was for fall. But I'm going to go ahead and take my chalk paint baking soda mixture and go ahead and paint this up, and then I'm going to go and use the IOD crockery stamp and go ahead and stamp this. So this is my first attempt at putting the stamp on, even with practicing a little bit. I didn't like how it turned out. It was a little bit too light. I don't mind it if it has a little bit of lightness on it. Doesn't turn out perfect. That's okay, because it kind of goes with the vintagey kind of feel that I'm going with, or going for. So I'm going to just turn this around and try it again on the other side, and then I'll just paint over this with the chalk paint mixture again, and no one will know except you, because I just told you. So I want to know if anybody else watches like Netflix or anything while they're DIYing. I should keep track of what I'm watching during what DIY projects. It might have been, I got hooked on Lost in Space. So I finished that one, and then now I'm on Ozark. It's the last season. So let me know what you like to watch, if you watch anything at all while you're doing your DIY projects. So I lied though, as far as the stamp. I did not restamp it. I kept it. So I looked through the video and I swear I did, but it must have been another project that I used the crockery, IOD crockery stamps on. So I'm kind of going with a winter Valentine kind of theme with this. So I'm going to go ahead and use this greenery that I picked up, of course, on sale at Michael's. Their after Christmas sales were awesome because they had so much product that came in late. They may still have some now, and it's, what are we on, January? We're in January right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. I'm going to add some of these cotton puffy things that I picked up last year somewhere. Don't ask me where. Could have been Dollar Tree. For some reason I think it was Dollar Tree. So I'm going to just go ahead and play around with this and put some red berries that I got, again, as a garland that I picked up at Michael's. And I'm not going to use the whole piece of garland, of course, just a little bit of it to go ahead and string on the front of this. So whenever you see my hand go over to the mouse, I'm like either going forward to the next episode, or for some reason our internet is really bad, so I'm lagging and I'm trying to get the show back on. And here's me really searching because I can't seem to find what I'm looking for. So this is the berry garland that I was talking about earlier that I picked up at Michael's. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of figure out how much I want and cut it off and tie off the end and go ahead and wrap that around the front of this decor. Then I decide I better put a piece of tape on the end of this, because once I pick these beads up, they're all going to fall off since I had cut the end off there. Here's the view from my kitchen window with the Valentine garland created from Michael's Christmas decor recreations. And I put some heart twinkle lights in this can decoration and the house. And then I had some red and white candles that I actually got on Michael's clearance for Christmas also. So I think it turned out really cute as all my projects. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have an awesome day.